Hello and welcome back to Core Farm. Right, as you can see, we are still in October, and there's a good reason for it. You will notice as well there are some changes to the farm. I didn't want to do that necessarily, but yes, there are some changes going on, mainly in the sense that I have removed, might as well cut them now, I have removed Maize Plus. So what that means is that I've had to replace all of the bales with silage bales, because the grass silage we had disappeared, and the alfalfa silage in that format was turned to straw somehow. So that is one part of it. The reason that I switched over to, I'm just going to put these bales to the side for now. I should really put them in there, but I think I will just tuck them away in here for now, just to the side. We are going to take these bales rather, and sell them. Yes, I know this green is a different wrapping, but it is now silage instead of alfalfa, which would have been alfalfa silage, and then this is just silage instead of grass silage. So basically what's happening is at the beginning, well, not the beginning, about the beginning of the episode, last episode, I happened to notice there was a great demand, and I noticed that it was for whole crop silage, which with Maize Plus means regular silage, like the bales we have. So basically what's happening is I was about to get ready to move on to November, and I noticed that we do have many thousands of litres of silage, and there's a great demand. A very good price, 612 pounds per 1,000 litres, and we've got many thousands of litres. So I reckon if we can sell just this stack, even the black and, well, maybe the green as well, we'll have to see. But what I first need to do is get the massey all set up. I will try and do this in a bit of a time lapse. Might be a bit wonky of a time lapse, but we'll see how it goes. It should be fine. I really do think, yeah, some lights will help. I know it's late in the day, so it's probably a bit more difficult to see, but we do have a beautiful sunset in which we're going to be selling some bales, because we will make some very good money from this. And remember, these bales are all spares from contracts, so it's just that much better. Now, I know we have our bale loader, but I'd rather use this, simply because, well, I can put more on it. I mean, I can put 8 in the loader, but I'd have to spread them out anyway, so I might as well load as many as I can onto here instead. Right. Okay, we'll just shut the engine off for now, and yes, I will try and get them loaded as nicely as possible. This hopefully won't get in the way. This was a conditioned grass bale, and it had disappeared when I removed Maize Plus, but it is now alfalfa, because I will be able to feed that to the sheep. Almost certain of it, but basically we have extra crops. I will show you. As you can see here, we'll go to crops, and this is now yellow for the colour of rye here, and we do have a few extra crops. So I want to thank David Van Mol for that edit. He has edited for me and created this amazing map with a few other extra tweaks as well, which we will explore as we go. But yes, now we have clover as well, rye, triticale, I think that's how you pronounce it, Silphium perfoliatum. I'll work on it. Apparently this can be bunker siloed and turned into silage, so I'd like to try that. We also have rice, field bean. Well, field bean we already had, which I'd like to do more of, but now we also have lentils and green rye, which apparently can also be put into the bunker for silage. So we do have a few extra crops, which is very cool, and I'm not too fussed about missing about Maize Plus, really. I'll be honest, because it is brilliant, don't get me wrong, but I think, here, can we do, probably can, yeah, let's try that. The only thing, I mean, it is, again, there is, yeah, that realism sort of aspect to it, I suppose, but Or I was doing very similar things to base game anyways, and with the added crops I just think it adds a bit more that fits to my gameplay style, if that makes sense, versus Maze Plus. I still have animal extensions, so it's still they're still going to be fed so much, they'll need to eat so much, and they require so much food and attention, so it's not like it's going to get any easier per se, it's just better in a different way. So I will dive a bit more into all the logistics of the change that I've made here, and but we will go through that probably when we're on to November, just because I do want to get this done and get moved on. Right, I was hoping I'd get both there. I think eventually I am going to switch over to square bales. Oh no, oh blimey. Right, well, I'll rectify the... Oh, I might have fixed it here a bit. Get back there, yep. Cheeky bugger. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's try and carry on with a time-lapse without destroying anything. I've really got myself in a cheeky spot here, but I will try my best. And let's make some money from these bales. Right, well, as you can see, I have got myself into a bit of a spot of bother now, but as you can also see, I've managed to fill this trailer maybe too full, but this is the plan. This is absolutely my plan. I'll fix this pile. I think I might just have to push these farther back, but nevertheless we have room for two more, and we will take it from the top of them, because we have 6 there, 4 there, that's 10, 8 in that area, so that's 18 bales right there that we can use for food, plus the alfalfa we have here, and we can now put alfalfa in the bunker as well. That's one of the items. I do have a list of things I want to go through over what changes have been made to the map for this playthrough, but we will crack on with this. I will get the rest done off camera, but when I see you next, we'll see you at Valley View Bales. Alright, here we are on our adventure. We have the beacon of light in the distance there, and we have our very, very probably overloaded trailer of bales, but we are strapped in. We've got the beacons on. It's a little later in the evening here on this lovely autumnal evening. Oh, just stunning. I will have to go in first person, so I'll probably do this journey as a jump cut, because I won't be able to see over the bales. And the stopping power is non-existent, so we've got to be very careful on the road, but we are off. And actually it's not bad, look at that, 21, 22, it is climbing. I mean, that is a very full trailer. That is amazing. We've got 24 bales there, so it'll be a nice little income, absolutely. Right, enough rambling from me. We'll see you at Valley View Bales. Valley View stores with our very substantial amount of silage to be sold. This is very prime. This means that in the winter time we don't have to sell any silage, which I guess is a good thing, because oft times there are other things we can do or sell, or just move on. But in this case, I think it's a good opportunity for us to try something different. Nevertheless, here we are. And this will be substantial. Oh, it's already going. Those are the ones that weren't strapped in, so there's even more than was listed. Blimey, look at that! That's like 90,000 pounds from all those bales. That was very much so meant to be. Do you want to know why? Because now I can actually afford Field 39 by, well, pretty much the exact amount that we earned from that, which means that that grass field there is going to basically pay for all those bales once again. It will replenish our stores of bales. Amazing. That worked out. That was really good. That's incredible. 87,588 is exactly how much we made. That is brilliant. I'm very pleased about that, and a little surprised. I thought it was going to be about £70,000 or something, but even that, you know. Right, well, happy days. Let's. I mean, we could even sell more, but no, we need to keep some, because I imagine that they will. We only have 10 cows, or is this an excuse to get more cows now? Right, we'll go over all that in November. I think we'll keep what we have. We can always sell them for a very good price in the future as well, because it will be a good price in the future at some other time, like the regular time. Yeah, so, and we'll have much grass to cut, so it will be perfect, and more options of silage, so that's also very good. Right, we'll see you in November. Good morning, and welcome to a beautiful November morning. Right, there are some visible changes you can see. As you can see at the top right there, I have added the extended game info mod, which gives us the current temperature, which is brilliant. It shows which way it's going. In this case, it currently says it's going down because it is getting colder, of course. Because I intend on this being a long series, I wanted to see which year we were in. So we're in year 2, as you can see. Also, you can see we have £165,000. We did end last month with 128, but I decided to take advantage of the very great price, and I sold these 10 silage bales that we had in the sheep enclosure for 2 reasons. One, get some money. It was very good, very worthwhile to do, and also we are going to get some sheep. That's the plan. That's what I would like to do for this November. We do have hay. We also here, I should explain these bales. These are TMR bales, as you can see. So, along with the map edit, there are a few other things that David has done for this particular map. So I do have these TMR bales because, and I'll show you this here as well, the cows could only fit so much. So what I had mixed in their mix all turned to hay, and only about 40,000 for some reason. Anyways, I did fill it up with TMR to make the difference, but I didn't fill it with TMR, so I have those bales to fill this up when this is down. So it is a shame that this hay is here, but it's fine. We'll keep it as an emergency, and we might even just let them, once they're fully ready to start eating, then we might let them clear this out, so we'll see. Nevertheless, we have the TMR ready to go. There is quite a bit of muck in there. I did muck it out, but let's have a very quick look at all of the new sort of features, I suppose you could say, of this map. Now that it has been edited, I should reaffirm that, just let you know. Added crops, of course. We have clover, silphy, triticale, lentils, green rye and rice. Some of the foliage has been changed, the wheat, barley, rye, oat, maize, soybean and cotton, which is brilliant. Added some stubble destruction for most crops. The field bean, soybean and lentils all will provide now bean straw, which is brilliant. Can be used as regular straw, I imagine, but we'll have to see. Linseed and canola now produce linseed straw, which is very cool. There have been some changes to the feeding for the animals, so we'll see how that happens, what happens with that. Forage harvesters can chop corn, poplar, green rye, and the sifflies. This is flowers, little flowers that you can bunker up. Alfalfa, clover, all these things, potato, sugar beet, chopped, all that can be put into bunker silos, and clover and alfalfa, when not dried out, should, when baled, turn to silage. So that is just a very quick sort of rundown of what the new edit provides us, but I'm very pleased with the result, which in fact makes me think that this whole area here could become alfalfa, because we were going to do grass because we wanted to do grass bales and grass silage for the cows, but now that we don't have maize plus, which I'm alright with. I know some people were like, no, keep it, but I mean, look at it this way, I was doing regular base game stuff anyways. I was just having to condition the grass first. There really wasn't much I was taking advantage of, and I do want to focus more on crops anyways. Now we have extra crops, and we can still feed the cows, and if anything we can now get sheep, and because I was very excited about this feature for Oxygen David's new map, Cool Farm, we're playing right now, is the rabbits. We can now get rabbits. So I wonder if there is a placeable. Let's have a look at the sales. You're joking. Look at that. That's a modded one, but I mean, come on. I think we should buy that. I know we have one on demo, but I think we should buy this one. Now, we do have an option of upgrading it, but I think 22... that's exactly the one we have. For that price? You're joking. We have to buy it. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. It looks exactly the same as the one we... where would it be now? Animals. Where is animals? There we are. So this isn't the... we don't own this one. This is just the one that we're demoing. But it says 100 horsepower, but 22. And then this one here is 150 horsepower, but 22 as well, but upgradable to 30, which we could do in the future. So I think, yeah, let's do it. This is going to be a bit of an impulse. Oh, and 28. We have options. Look at that. I think 22 would be fine to start, especially considering 18,000. How much is that normally? Certainly, it's lots more. 45 for that one. And the modded version, I think it's this one. No, it's the biggest one. 60,000. And how much they want for it? Yeah, it'd be silly not to buy this, eh? Right, let's do that. So we will purchase this. Now, this is the one that we will use ourselves. And the one that we currently have, once it's empty of TMR, we will... I'll probably empty that before we use the bales up. So yes, this I will buy because it's a fantastic buy. And yeah, so we'll do that because we'll need it in the future. That's just a big trailer, and that we're not doing any sort of logging, but that would be a good deal. If not, right, what are we looking at the shop for? Right. Construction, animals, others. So we can get a dog house. I don't know what's different about it, but there is no... they must be built in then. Right, horses and cows. Lots of cow options, but yeah, so unless it's a production, is it a factory? No, I don't think it would be considered a factory, is it? No. Right, okay, well that's fine. I guess rabbits are built in to specific farms, so we don't have rabbits, so that's fine. Maybe in the future we will look into them. Nevertheless, we have work to do. So, along with that purchase we've just impulsively made, we are going to purchase field 39. Look at how amazing the expected yield potential is, and how much the field is. So it is 92,376. Now this is the right purchase for us, I reckon. I'm going to do it. Buy. Yes. Now, we still have 54,000. I have added another mod in to the playthrough. I don't want to show it to you just yet. I'm going to keep it for a minute, just to wait and see how the cow's doing for straw. They're doing fine because of all the muck they have. Yeah, they're fine. Right, so I do have my eyes on another tractor. I don't think it's going to be an upgrade. It's just going to be an addition to. I think we can cut that field. Yeah, I was wondering, it's ready to harvest. I wonder if this is something that has also been added into this edit of the map where we can harvest oilseed radish, grass and poplar, unless it was like that before, and clover as well, but I can't remember if it was. Right, well, nevertheless, that's alright. We can start mowing our own field now. So that's what we have left for bales, but we've got so much TMR, we are fine for that. Right, so the mixer is fine to leave at the shop for now. We will get into this field and start doing mowing. I know that's all we've been doing lately, but this is finally our own field that we can get it done in. So I will need the Massey for that. Where is the Massey? Right, oh right, tucked away. Did some bale delivery. We are in November, so there's nothing we can do just yet as far as planting. Yeah, the only thing we can do really right now is to harvest our grass, and I reckon we could do bales, but I think we'll do silage in the bunker. Now the bunker should be working, so we'll see. Right, actually, just before we get started with this, I will have a look at the field, look at everything else, and see if we should invest in a wrapper yet or not. But right, we'll get this all hooked up, and we'll see you in the field. Right, here is our beautiful new feed mixer. The shop is very, very kind and allowing me to store it here for the time being, but you might be able to hear the engine running beside me because they have this bit of kit in, and they are going to demo it out to us. Absolutely fascinating bit of kit this. The Reform R Prim Alpin. This here is going to be what we use on our new field. They've been very kind and generous to allow us to demo it, as it is a new bit of kit they have in. This is actually from the Hay and Forage pack, most recently released. The Sepp Knutzel mower on the front here with the row built in, so it does put it straight in the middle, and it will collect from our collector here. So that is very cool. I'm looking forward to testing it out. So we've got the beacon on. We'll enter first person, and they've very graciously added in some silage additive as well. Alright, this is a very cool bit of kit. Not entirely certain if this is something we'll ever switch to on a permanent basis, although I have toyed the idea of doing... Oh, watch out, dear. I have toyed the idea of doing a simple run with a mower like this and a wagon just behind, instead of doing the whole process of mowing and then rowing, but going as you go. If we had a bigger if we had a bigger wagon, then I would say yes, let's do it. But unfortunately, the one we have is quite small. It's about the same size as this, to be honest. But this will give us a bit of an opportunity to do some serious silage carting. Well, in this case it'll be grass until it is fermented and all set up. But we do have this beautiful bit of kit that we're going to try out now. So we'll see you back in the field. Alright, here we've arrived now at our new field, and it does look very good indeed. It looks very ready to cut. And it is quite a big field actually, and I reckon that yes, I will most likely re-drill this as something. I'm not entirely certain what yet, but I will re-drill it as some sort of crop. Probably won't keep it as grass. I would like to keep my grass operations nearby because it'll help with loading. This one's a bit far, which is why the shop has been so kind to demo this. Now we can have a bit of a look at it as well. The Tornado 306 Plus. So this does have a front 3-point linkage there, as you can see, and it connects up. And then we have the body separate attachment here. There is a skip, sort of like a trailer that you can put on, but this is interesting. I almost think it looks like it brings it up from the back. We do have multi-axle steering as well, so that's quite handy in this sort of situation. But here, let's start here and go around, try and go next to this field, which might even be our next field to purchase, who knows, we shall see. Right, so we'll line up here. First thing we need to do, we don't have to worry about conditioning grass anymore, which is great. So we'll turn it on, lower it down, unfold it, and fire it up. Go to the loading wagon, unfold it. Oh, there we are. Oh, look at that. Lower it down, turn it on as well. We are on our way. Now I'm very excited to see how it actually goes round the back. How it does going all the way around when we turn a corner, for example, because if it is that much better, I mean, we are doing 17 kph, which I think is fair, because you mow at 22, you row at 15, and you collect, I believe, at what do you collect at? 17? No, is it usually? Yeah, it must be 17, because this is 17. Right, well, we'll see how far we get with the headland. I'm doing a bit of the outside area of the field there, but that's fine. Oh, it is pretty good pickup, actually. It's collecting all the bits that I thought would be missed. That is pretty clever. And it's an all-in-one bit of kit that you can stick a helper on. The problem is, the only area that I do struggle about this is the price. I really can't justify the price for it. I really can't. I am very tempted by a swather, though, to sort of negate needing a row. Still need one for hay, of course, but... Right, well, this is pretty good. I'm quite pleased with this, and the way I'm looking at it as well, once we are done filling up the first sort of hopper of it, we just have to lift everything up and drive over to the pit. Super easy, that. Super easy, yeah, because we can hold shift. Oh, no. Is it alt? No, it's shift. Shift and... oh no, it doesn't work. Shame. Right, well, we will go up and down the field here. I suppose we could go... Well, we'll do another headland. Yeah, might as well do. We are nearing a full wagon here. We'll see how it goes. Right, we will throw this into a time-lapse now, because we've got some mowing and collecting here to do all in one. We are about 10% away from heading over to the pit to unload. We will have to move, I believe the bucket is in the way, so we'll do that with the JCB, and then we'll crack on. Well, as you can see, we are carrying on quite well. We are at 82% full, so we are collecting silage quite quickly, I would say. And I have to admit, I am really enjoying this bit of kit. Almost frustratingly so, because of how expensive it is and how much I want to use it on the farm. This little machine would be absolutely brilliant for our little farm. I will admit, though, it would be nice to have a bigger loading wagon that could be a few trips. Well, a few less trips than this, but I mean, good progress so far, I'd have to say, just looking at it from here. Nevertheless, we will crack on with it. I will... you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this away, so I'll get it all tucked away into the pit there. We're at 20, so we're at about 40,000 litres or so, approximately, once we get this in there. And I think we'll be alright to set a helper off. It's, again, an amazing little bit of kit, and I'm very pleased to do it. I will probably have to tidy up a bit here and there. Might get stuck, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right, it says that initially, and then, there we are. Right, there we go. Try and get as much near the back as possible, and we'll get it all out. Right, so my plan, if I do get a helper on this job, will be to head down to the farmer's market, where we can have a look at some lovely sheep for sale. Perhaps a goat or two as well. We shall have to see. Right, I'll set this off on a helper, and we'll see you in a moment. Alright, so we have a helper on the grasswork, so we can have a look at our sheep barn. We have room for 100 lambs, goats, rams, lambs, all of them, sheep, young rams, all sorts. Well, we will initially focus on sheep. I think I would like to get some wool production underway. We do have the lambs, so we can also potentially get them into providing milk, but I have to look into that a bit further. But we should look at a few different sheep. I would actually like to go for, could go for one kind. Possibly go for the Steinschaft. Quite like them, or the Bentham. Not sure how to pronounce that. Anyways, we could do a mixture of all of them really, but I think I'd like to focus on the one, probably this lot, and get 20 of them. Not from here, we do have our trailer, and we can fit 20 sheep in. So we should have a look as well very quickly before we crack on. So they do actually require some water. Now the cows, they don't. They are all plumbed in, so that means we have to buy a water tanker, which is a bit of a faff, because it wasn't on the expected purchases list. But we do have some options that are inexpensive, like the abbeys here. Depending on the water source, though, do we have a nearby? We don't really have a nearby water, so we might have to purchase some sort of thing. Right, well, we'll have to sort that out, because yeah, we really don't have any sort of water nearby. Right, okay, we'll sort this out. If we need water for the sheep will get water. Should be no problem. So what we'll do is we'll head into the Land Rover, but we'll check the helper first. Right, that's fine. We will tidy up. It's going to run very near to the end here. It's going to hit 100% before we know it. Oh, there's... Oh, no. Wow. Impressive. Absolutely impressive. Imagine if I hadn't left there the headland done. Blimey. Right, let's get back to the to the landy here. We will connect to the i4 Williams. I will confirm that we can hold 20 sheep, because if we can't, then we'll get less, obviously. But if we can hold 20, as I remember, then we will get 20 and leave it at 20 for now. I swear I just opened that, but that is interesting. But we don't need it. We do not need it. Animal transport 20. Fantastic. Right, I think it's best to probably wait for the helper to be done. Oh, he's full. Right, stop. Okay. Let's take over. So that's good to know. We should... that's dangerous. We'll have to check frequently, because I don't want it to just go and mow everything, because then we can't collect it. So we really need to pay close mind to that. But really, it shouldn't be that much of a fuss to get the sheep picked up and delivered. So we'll get the helper set off again, and the next time we see you, we'll be at the farmer's market. However, that will be in the next episode. For now, I will just load this grass into the bunker and get that all sorted. Right, well, as always, thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, a cheeky thumbs up always does really help out the channel, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe as well. Right, until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.